What's going on, guys? It's your boy K-Star, back at it again with another action figure unboxing review or showcase, whatever you want to call it. Today we've got something that I haven't reviewed already in the past, but I'm really surprising myself actually, because this is the Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4 Josuke Higashikata super action statue from Medicos, and he's personally my favourite Jojo out of them all. So I am very surprised that I haven't unboxed him before. But anyway, enough of that. I hope you're all doing good. I hope you had a nice Valentine's. I hope you're all chilling and safe. And we'll get into our random items of the day, which is a bottle of spring water for me, because I'm thirsty. And secondly, I personally don't like these at all, but I know someone who will get a hilarious laugh out of this. It's a Cadbury's cream egg. So if you like them, ready for Easter or whatever. But I know someone who'll be chuckling when they see this, so that's why this is in here. And with that, you can already see a nice look of our boy Josuke, looking absolutely badass in every way. But we've got to do boring things first, so we always start with a box. So as you can see, here is the box, as normal. The Jojo's Medicos boxes, always the same. The name in gold at the top, super action statue, poses, Medicos seal of approval, his name, various poses and accessories, yada that you can see, and that lovely Japanese shebang that we all know and love. The side image of Josuke there, looking absolutely awesome. The other side image, exactly the same there. The top of the box, which is rather dusty, I have to say. The bottom of the box full of Japanese shebang, and the front with the window display. As you can see, his name there. At the side, the logo of Part 4, and he would be nicely tucked away in there, but obviously we haven't got him. So without further ado, we'll get into the figure. And there we go, guys and girls. As you can see, absolutely awesome figure there. Josuke looking amazing every way. Paint and detail as the theme breaks in. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, absolutely awesome. Lovely shading. And you can see there, he's next to his epic stand, Crazy Diamando. Both of these guys are actually my favourite stand and Jojo in the whole series. And they are just awesome in every single blinking way. And as I said, I've done Crazy Diamond when I was practicing my reviewing skills as a random review, but I don't know why I never did Josuke. So we'll get properly into our boys paint and detail. It's absolutely epic. So as you can see, his awesome hair. If you say Josuke's hair is trash, your face gets trashed, and then he will repair you. He'll punch you to death, break your face, and then reconstruct it for you in a nice fashion, just like a badass. So he's got his Japanese Elvis hair, looking absolutely awesome, shaded, and you can see the bounciness. His skin tone is awesome, it's the same colour as mine, as you can see there. His eyes are painted a nice, I'd say that's a blue. He's even got his earrings, I don't know if you can see that, but absolutely lovely. And his mouth painted amazingly. The anchor on his sailor outfit, absolutely beautiful, as you can see there. The hearts on his school uniform. The peace sign, golden, the yellow top undershirt, shaded lovely, all the way down. A basic colour scheme, you're not going to get anything too amazing with a Japanese school uniform, same as Jotaro. But this one is a nice navy blue with a lot of shading, and you can see all the creases, golden trim, the skin tones contrasted perfectly with it. There's not much to say about it other than this figure is perfection, and it looks really good. Like, to the point where it may even look better than the character in the manga, in my opinion. Either way, he looks like an absolute badass. You go down, the same shading is it. There are a few paint blemishes, but because of the wash and the shading, it doesn't matter. You can forgive it. You really can. But his loafers are nice dark green. As you can see, they're like a metallic pearlescent dark green, and the golden trim, and like a cream undertone for the soles of the shoe. But all in all, absolutely beautiful piece. If you like Josuke and you like Part 4, this is a definite grab if you can find him in the 60 book range, because in my opinion, he's the coolest Jojo, and he just looks badass. So with that being said, guys, we're going to get into my least favourite part, articulation. And as we always say on the Keystar channel, we're not going to go crazy with him. We're just going to be delicate enough so you can understand. But you've already seen articulation on these things 1,000 times in other videos, so we'll just do basics. So we're going to move Crazy Diamando out the way just for a short while, and we'll get into our boys' articulation. So it's basic stuff for our JoJo's action statues. I don't want to go crazy, and I am really worried because I haven't articulated this guy in so long, and he's really stiff. Not in that way, guys, but anyway, we'll get him looking down like a badass, and we'll start from the top. So his head, he gets up, down about that far, and left, right, all the way around on a very, very, very narrow ball peg. But you can see this one more so. It does look up quite far, and you can do a lot of poses that you want to do with him, but it does spin all the way around, and you get a really nice neck joint as well, which can also spin all the way around if you're brave enough, unlike your boy Keystar, to do that. His arms, they are quite good, so you have to arch these shoulder pieces on the single balls. Again, you can go just below 90, but you can get higher if you're willing to. But because this is my favourite figure and one of the only ones I haven't damaged for a change or damaged the paint, I want to keep it that way, so I'm not going to over articulate him when I'm not needing to. But both arms can go to 90 if you want to. You do get a bicep swivel all the way around, you do get a elbow bend, and you get a wrist swivel all the way around and pivot, just like in every figure. We do get a nice abdomen crunch, very good abdomen crunch, left, right, all the way around, and we do get a waist rotation as well, as you can see there. These parts, this absolute badass known as Josuke has floating pieces that can be removed, which I absolutely love. So for his legs, you can see there you can get 45, but you can get even more on these single ball pegs, purely for the fact that you can move these school uniform pieces out the way. And that design choice was absolutely epic for this guy, which is another reason why I feel like you should get this figure if you're a fan. You can also get a thigh swivel, and you can kick forward, but I'm not going to. Josuke doesn't often do kicks, and I just want him in his badass pose that I've had him in for like 2 years now. But either way, you can get forward kicks to about 45, side kicks to about 45, which is really good if that's your thing. You can also get really far knee bend, but be very careful with these knees, don't let them pop out. But his knee can go just a bit further than that if you really want to. You also get a floating piece at the ankle and a swivel at the foot. You get a toe hinge, as you always know, and slight side to side pivot. So all in all, over 20 points of articulation for our boy Josuke, if you're a fan of articulation with these super action statues. I personally like to pick a pose and leave them in there, and I've already messed up my pose. So, and when you're moving these stiff joints, you will scratch the paint if you're not careful. So I tend to just find a nice little pose, leave him stationary in that pose like a badass, and leave him there. So it was something like that, and that's the way I'll leave him. And then I tend to get Crazy Diamond and stand this tall ass figure just behind him, looking like an absolute bad boy. So yeah, very good in my opinion for both, but always be careful. Keystar caution when we're doing articulation. These things are really tight and a really narrow ball peg. I don't know if you can see that on the arm, but when I was articulating him, it can get dangerous. So don't break your figure by mistake, because you will be really sad, especially when the QC on this guy is really good for a change. So with that being said, the last part of the video before we do the summary, I'm going to get the accessories out. I'm not going to show them all, I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of what he comes with, but you know the drill when we do these things. So yeah, with that being said guys, we'll snap and we'll get the accessories ready in 3, 2, 1. So as always guys, our boy comes with a few things. He comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hands this time, so you get quite a few hands. You get the tray with the display stand and the instruction manual, which we don't need to talk about today. But there's a few more things with this guy. So I will crack open the clamshell. So guys, as you can see there, you get various hands, from grabbing to pointing to high five to chopping. You get Josuke's alternate screaming head, as you can see there. You get a binocular accessory from one of the episodes, which is pretty snazzy. And you get alternate jewellery to put on his cufflinks and on his school uniform. So you can get those poses from the concept art from the manga, if that's your thing and you really want to. You also get a nice school bag that you can hold and alternate waist pieces for his school uniform. But yeah, that's a nice little accessory. And as you can see on the box, that's how you deal with those spare parts, like on the concept art, spare cufflinks, spare pieces to jazz up your Josuke, the screaming face, and all the other bits. There you go. If you do want to have a closer look at the bag, it's painted and sculpted really nicely, with really, really nice love and attention to detail. So that's a really nice bonus for the Part 4 figures. For those of you that wanted to have a look at the screaming face, for some reason, they always paint the screaming faces way, way better than the original face, and I don't know why. Really nicely painted to the point where it's better than the stoic face. But I really am not a fan of screaming faces. I prefer teeth gritted, as you know me, on the Keystar channel. And with that, guys, that's basically everything you get with our boy Josuke Higashikata from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable. This figure really is unbreakable, metaphorically, not in reality, because you can break it if you're not careful and if you don't use K-Star caution. But in my opinion, it gets base form on its own without any extras. It gets a solid 9.5. I am biased towards figures that I love, but mine doesn't really come with many defects, maybe the minor paint blemish, but in my opinion it's awesome in every way, and it actually looks even better than the crazy Part 4 animation style. They've done him really amazing justice in figure form. You're not going to find a better 112 scale version of this Josuke anywhere else that you can pose with such attention to detail and awesomeness, in my opinion. And I am biased, but I don't care. But then when you bring Crazy Diamond into the picture, even though I must admit Crazy Diamond is a rough release, and mine didn't even come with shin pads. It was defected when it arrived, so I had to make my own knee pads for it with just some arts and crafts. But nonetheless, in the show you rarely see Crazy Diamond's bottom half, but when you add Crazy Diamond to the picture, Josuke looks like an absolute badass, as he does in Part 4, and I just think that's incredible. So if we just get a nice close-up of those two there, looking really dope, as you can see. And then if we just get a careful 360, hopefully none of these will fall over, because I will be crying if they do. Very, very, very careful, as I can see Crazy Diamond really, really wanting to fall there. Funny times. He's like, I know you're watching me. I know I really want to fall over, just to smash your anxiety that little bit extra and make you cry. He really does want to fall. But there you go anyway, guys. A solid 10 out of 10 couple there. Absolutely awesome. Josuke and Crazy Diamando, my favourite Jojo of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and probably one of my favourite stands. Super strength, super speed, combined with the ability to heal everybody except himself instantaneously, is just perfect for me. And these two are a must-have in the Diamond is Unbreakable collection. So grab these, guys, if you do see them on sale. You don't want to be paying more than at least 55 to 60 each for them. Don't go overboard. Maybe if you really, really, really adore Josuke, the max I'd pay is 80 for him for one of these. Same as what I did with Bruno. I would pay 80 for him. But maybe not so much Crazy Diamond, because the figure just has a lot less love and just amazingness than the Josuke. I feel like the Josuke they put maximum effort into, even on the reissue. So yeah, definitely pick him up if you're a fan of the character and you like him. And that's all I've got to say really, guys. So again, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for coming down. Thank you for listening to me babble on about everything. You know the drill here. I really appreciate you all. I hope you're all doing good, being good, drinking all your water, keeping yourself safe and occupied, as we always do. And yeah, again, thank you to any new subscribers, any new returning viewers. Even if you're not subscribed, if you are watching, I really appreciate it. That is absolutely awesome. If you enjoyed the video, can you like, subscribe, all that boring stuff that you do not want to hear from every tuber. And yeah, again, thank you again. And as always, Josuke and Crazy Diamondo say stay safe and keep collecting.